Hello and welcome to episode 184 of the Daily Sales Message, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you sell more stuff and feel more confident. I just flicked around. That's going to say sell more confident. That doesn't make sense. Feel more confident, sell more stuff. My name is James Newell, and when I'm not jumbling my words, I teach people how to sell for a living. I focus on two things in particular. The first one is having what I call a clear sales message. So being able to clearly articulate what you actually offer. Might sound basic and flippant, but if you've ever struggled with that issue, it's actually quite a hard thing to overcome. Second thing is selling confidence, the ability to be relaxed and comfortable and confident in a selling situation. In today's episode, as I check my notes, 184. No response is a response. No response is a response. Have you ever been ghosted? Have you ever had somebody talk to you, having a lovely back and forth conversation in the DMs, on email, back and forth, brilliant. You're thinking, this is it. They're going to buy. It's all good. And then that's it. They're gone. And no amount of you chasing them or emailing them or whatever can seem to elicit a response. What is that? Now, we call it ghosting. Call it rudeness if you want. But we have to remember, if you're selling somebody, the buyer, potential buyer, I don't really owe you anything. So although you might be having a lovely conversation, for some reason, they have decided now that, this isn't for me. Or they've decided, hang on a minute, I'm in a selling conversation. I don't want to buy. I was just having a nice chat. What's going on? And they've decided to eject. What you need to remember is, we don't reject people necessarily in selling. We don't reject people. We reject offers. Give you a prime example of this. When I visit a client and they say, hey, James, would you like a cup of coffee? I say, yeah, that'd be great. White, no sugar, sweet enough. Ha, ha, ha. Usual jokes. They bring me a cup of coffee. If 5 minutes later, one of their colleagues said, hey, James, would you like a coffee? I said, well, no, actually, I've got a coffee. Thanks very much. That's me rejecting their offer of a coffee. That's not me rejecting the person. That's not me saying, hey, Doug, or whatever your name is, I don't like you. No, it's me saying, I don't need a coffee. I have one. So when people ghost, when they disappear, they're rejecting the offer or the potential offer that you might have for them, not you as a person necessarily. And no response is a response. And what I mean by that is, they're not going to tell you. It's very unlikely somebody's going to email you and say, we do not want this. We cannot afford it. We don't like it. It's not good for us. We've looked at your reviews, whatever. They're not really going to say it in so many words because they can't be bothered to invest the time. The simplest, easiest, quickest path of least resistance thing for them to do is to unsubscribe, unfollow, just eject out of the conversation. And you know that's true because you've done that to other people. So when you've done that to other people, you know exactly what you're doing. You're basically saying, I don't want to buy, but you don't want to say it or you can't be bothered to say it in so many words. And you do that as a buyer. So just remember, the next time somebody goes to you, disappears, doesn't respond to your stuff, that's not your post, your sign to really, always be closing, go after them and try and close them down. Got to speak to them 117,000 more times and then they'll buy. No. If somebody stops responding to you, no response is a response. They've effectively told you, but without words, that they're not interested now or at all, and you should probably park it. And that's where don't chase them, replace them comes in, which is one of my other many catchphrases and mantras. Don't chase them, replace them. If you're dealing with 5, 10, 50, 100 people a week who are going to buy your stuff, you don't really care about chasing people up endlessly and hounding them. We do have to follow people up, of course we do, but it's the excessive follow-up, the worthless, checking in, touching base, are you okay, where are you? That stuff doesn't work. So no response is a response. If somebody just disappears, doesn't come back to you, they've told you they don't want to buy. That's cool. Just find 10, 20, 50 more, 100 more of them. As many as you can because you feel a lot better about it. Okay, that's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. As I go back to check my notes on my screen there. Tomorrow, episode 185, the path to profit. There's something that leads you to profit, to doing really, really well at selling. It's a P word, it has a couple of syllables, and that's about as intriguing as I can be for now. You have to tune in tomorrow for that episode. In the meantime, if you haven't already, hop on over to Selling Confidence Score, sellingconfidencescore.com. In 2 minutes or less, you can answer 20 yes/no questions, get a score on how well you're doing or maybe not doing at selling across 4 key main areas, and you'll be sent a free action plan. No obligation, absolutely free action plan with simple, easy, instantly actionable stuff you can do to improve your selling confidence and your selling performance. So that's sellingconfidencescore.com. That's it for this episode. Thank you again for listening or watching all the way to the end. I'll see you tomorrow for another exciting edition of the Daily Sales Message.